Welcome back to My Plate. I'm Tamara Schubert, your Family and Consumer Science educator for NMSU and Chaves County Cooperative Extension. We are talking all month about how to get appropriate servings for our bodies of the nutrients and the foods that we need each day. And that's determined by My Plate. Remember that you can go to My Plate Plan, get a very customized menu and calorie servings for your gender, your body type, your height, your weight, and your activity level. So lots of things determine what nutrients we need to put in our body every day. And one of the things that we want to look at today, we've looked the last 2 weeks at males and females in their 30s and what they need. So if you missed that, go back and catch it. Today we're going to talk about teenage girls, mainly in their early teens. Like I said, everybody's different and it depends on your specific body type as to what you need. So visit My Plate Plan. But today we're going to talk about 13-year-old females, typical weight, typical body height, what do they need and what do we need to give them every day. So that means that girls in this age group need a serving of fruit, actually 1.5 cups of fruit, 2.5 cups of vegetables, 3 cups of dairy, 5 ounces of protein, and 6 ounces of grain. And that may seem like a lot depending on who you are, or maybe not so much depending on what you've been eating. But let's break it down as to what this looks like in our individual meals. So we're in packed lunch today. And for lunch, we're going to do 1 banana. So 1 medium banana counts as 1 serving from the fruit group. For lunch, we're also going to have 2 celery stalks. So 2 celery stalks count as 1 cup from the vegetable group. In our vegetable group as well, we have some hummus today. And hummus, the nice thing about hummus is it actually fits into 2 different groups. And the great thing about My Pyramid is it not only gives you some recipes, but it also tells you how to break it down. So 1/4 of a cup counts as part of our vegetables, but it also counts as part of our protein. And we'll show you how that works out just a little bit later on. So we have our hummus. From our protein group, we have that hummus that we just talked about, but we're also gonna do 1 ounce of chicken with that today to give us a little bit more protein to get through the day. And then we're going to look at grains. Remember on our grains, we wanna make half of our grains whole grains. So we have some whole grain pita to go with our hummus today. We love this in our household, and it's an easy way to get some of those whole grains in. So we have a whole grain pita. Depending on the size of your pita, that's going to be 1 or 2 servings from your grains group. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add some low fat or light cheese. Remember, when we look at our dairy group, we do want to look at that low fat or reduced fat options as much as we can. It's heart healthy for us. So that's what we're serving for lunch. So we have our fruits, our vegetables, our proteins, and our grains for lunch. What does that mean and what does that look like for the rest of the day? Well, the rest of the day, we're still going to need 1/2 cup of fruit. So maybe we have some strawberries with our breakfast, and that rounds out our fruit group. We still need 1.5 cups of vegetables. Remember, we have our hummus and our celery in with our lunch, so we need 1.5 cups somewhere else. And that's typically gonna come in some of those steamed veggie options when we talk about our dinners. We need 2 more cups of dairy. So that may mean 1 cup with our cereal and strawberries in the morning, and then that still gives us 1 source for dinner. So whether it's a cheese, a yogurt, a cream-based something, or just a glass of milk at dinner. We need 2 more ounces of protein, so that still gives us enough for a decent sized protein serving with our dinner. And then we need 4 grains still. So if we have 1 cup of cereal in the morning, if we do 1/2 cup of rice at dinner, if we have 2 tacos at dinner, and maybe 5 crackers for snack, that works out the rest of the grains in our daily group. Remember that we can always substitute. If you're looking for size equivalents, My Plate Plan or myplate.gov has them all for each group. They're all a little bit different on how they're divvied up. But if you have any questions, let us know. Join us next week for our final week of My Plate.